Why is the Karma family, and especially the practices of Buddha Amoghasiddhi or Green Tara, important in modern times? Why is Amoghasiddhi described as absolute success or infallible? What are his praises, practices, and mantras? Why is he associated with chi or prana and wind in the body?
We answer these questions and more in this presentation. Then we demonstrate a short, meaningful Amoghasiddhi practice meditation with mantras. Amoghasiddhi's name literally means infallible success or accomplishment. Amogha means infallible, and Siddhi means accomplishment. Venerable Garchen Rinpoche describes Amoghasiddhi this way.
Among the victorious ones of the 5 families, Amoghasiddhi is the lord of the family of enlightened activities.
This is highlighted especially each time we renew our Bodhisattva vows, when we state the Karma vow verse.
For the great supreme Karma family, I shall uphold purely each of the vows I am endowed with and make as many offerings as I am able.
For this reason, the Karma family of Amoghasiddhi also represents Bodhisattva activities. Since Amoghasiddhi and the Karma family are all about enlightened activity, such as right conduct, holding vows and promises, benefiting others, and making offerings. These are considered their main practice.
In other words, the Dharma student who volunteers at a Dharma center, or for any Dharma activity such as fundraising or charitable events, is by definition practicing the activity of Amoghasiddhi's Karma family. This activity is called Karma Yoga, which is a special Karma family Amoghasiddhi practice.
Amoghasiddhi also embodies the virtues of dauntlessness and fearlessness. For this reason, his family mudra is Abhaya, or the fearlessness mudra. In the precious Shuranga Madharani, from the Sutra of the same name, the 5th section is devoted to the power of the Karma family. In line 373, Venerable Master Xuan Huashang Ren translates this line this way.
A canopy of incense pervades the entire great void, everywhere permeating the Dharma nature of all sentient beings. Superior strength enables us to hold the pure moral precepts. The host of the Northern Karma Division is fair and just.
The practice of the 7 limbs is critical in Amoghasiddhi or Tara practice, especially the bodhicitta intention and the dedication of merit. It is through this motivation to benefit others that we are Mahayana Buddhists, dedicated to the Bodhisattva mission, the domain of Amoghasiddhi.
The 7th limb is dedicating the merit of all devotion, offerings, and practice to the benefit of all sentient beings. This purifies the poison of jealousy.
The poison of jealousy is the specific domain of Amoghasiddhi, Tara, and the Karma family, including Karma Dakini and wrathful Vajra Kilaya. All activities, including the 7 limbs prayer, are karma activities. This is why the name Amoghasiddhi is translated as meaningful accomplishment. It is meaningful accomplishment that defines the actions of a bodhisattva hero. Khenchen Thrangu Rinpoche, in his book, The 5 Buddha Families and 8 Consciousnesses, describes in full Amoghasiddhi's realizations.
Buddha Amoghasiddhi is the realization of all-accomplishing wisdom. The Tibetan name for Buddha Amoghasiddhi is Sangye Donyodrupa. The word Donyod means meaningful, and the word Drupa means accomplishment. So Buddha Amoghasiddhi means whatever is meaningful and fruitful is accomplished. He is also the complete purification of jealousy, which is a hindrance for both material and spiritual success. Furthermore, his activity removes ordinary daily hindrances such as illness and obstacles. This is why Amoghasiddhi's activity is meaningful accomplishment.
Amoghasiddhi and Green Tara and their wrathful emanation, Vajrakilaya, father and mother, also heroically represent fearlessness and protection in Buddhism. Likewise, his co-equal partner, Wisdom Mother Tara, is famous as the hero and protector.
The sacred companion of Amoghasiddhi and Tara is the Garuda, who feeds on delusions and poisons and can only be tamed by fearlessness. Garudas are the enemy of Nagas, which is why both Amoghasiddhi and Tara practices are good for illness and poisons.
Their mudra is Abhaya, the mudra of fearlessness, usually the right hand held up with 5 fingers outreached as if to say, "Stop."
This is the same gesture that Shakyamuni Buddha used to calm the anger of the charging elephant, completely pacifying its rage, simply holding up his hand calmly in a stop gesture.
Fearlessness is critical to Buddhist practice, as is karma. The profound importance of karma in Buddhism is not subtle. It's no less than the tempest of practice. This is why Amoghasiddhi and Tara are associated with the element of wind.
If we seek peace from the storm of suffering, we can control the outcomes, despite our past negative conduct and karma. Even large global karmic repercussions, like global warming and war, are reversible, even if it might take considerable effort and fearlessness. In our case, our negative karma can be purified, but it may take relentless, brave effort, the activity of the karma family.
This is the reason the practice of Amoghasiddhi and Green Tara is the most practical and important of the 5 Dhyani Buddha families in modern times. They represent practical activity and protection, symbolized by this fearless mudra. They are also known as the Savior Buddhas.
What enables this practical activity is fearlessness and also the element of air. Wind or air is, in Buddhist terms, the essence of life force. Amoghasiddhi and Tara embody air or wind in our bodies, also known as chi or prana or wind, making them a vital life essence practice for most of us.
We work with chi or prana through meditation, which is symbolized by Amoghasiddhi's left hand in the mudra of meditative equipoise on his lap, the hand turned upwards receptively. Often the left hand holds his powerful symbol, the double Vajra or Vishvavajra. In other visualizations, his left hand is either empty or may hold a monk's bowl.
His double Vajra symbol, sometimes seen in this hand, is a symbol of the unification of the outer and inner body, outer cosmos, and inner chakras. The double Vajra also symbolizes Amoghasiddhi and Tara as the activity of the 5 Buddha families. represented by the center and the four spokes.
The wisdom of Amoghasiddhi's karma family is all-accomplishing wisdom, which is the remedy for the poison of envy and jealousy. The karma family is literally the compassionate and wisdom activities of all Buddha families as action. While other Buddhas are typically meditative and serene, seated with eyes closed, Amoghasiddhi or Tara are active practices with activities. Khenchen Thrangu Rinpoche describes it this way:
All-accomplishing action is the completion of all that needs to be done. Positive passion is their power and what destroys negativity. It is the opposite of jealousy and paranoia.
Jealousy and envy are the cause of nearly every other poison. Envy is the cause of wars on neighbors, whether it's a battle over backyard fencing between literal neighbors or between neighboring countries at war.
Envy makes us angry when we can't have what we think we want. Envy leads to attachment and clinging to our perceived treasures. Envy and jealousy is the antagonist of love and trust. Greed arises from envying what others have.
Amoghasiddhi's fearless, all-accomplishing wisdom overcomes this poison before it degenerates into even more potent poisons like anger and hate. It is only possible through the cultivation of fearlessness.
His color is green, the color associated with nature and our samsaric world and the breath of life or wind. When we think of living things, we think of green for growth and activity.
Not all of the members of his family are green, although many are, such as Tara, Vishvapani Bodhisattva, Green Karma Dakini, Green Jambala, Green Vasudhara, and many others.
The wrathful Heruka of the family is Karma Heruka Vajrakilaya, who is blue, and his co-equal consort Dipta Chakra, who is turquoise blue-green.
In a teaching on Vajrakilaya, Garchen Rinpoche elaborated on Vajrakilaya's purpose as Karma Heruka.
Amoghasiddhi, lord of the Karma family, is the chief of this mandala. Among body, speech, mind, attributes, and activities, the accomplishment of enlightened activities is the Vajrakilaya Karma Heruka's principal purpose.
How do we practice Amoghasiddhi, Tara, or Vajrakilaya, or Karma Dakini? The answer is as simple as the family name, Karma. Practice the 10 perfections to the best of your ability, dedicating the merit for the benefit of all sentient beings to purify our past negative karma and create merit or positive karma. Since Amoghasiddhi's practice is positive enlightened activities, the 10 perfections become the most important. These are
Generosity or dahana, which includes devoting your time to dharma activities.
morality or sila, which is right conduct.
Renouncing negative behavior or nekkhamma, which are defined differently for lay people and monastics.
Practicing insight or prajna.
Practicing with energy and right effort.
Practicing patience.
Being truthful. without deception or trickery.
Practicing with resolution and keeping your vows or adhitthana.
Practicing loving kindness or metta and compassion or karuna.
Practicing equanimity or upekkha.
Together, these 10 represent the active path to complete enlightenment, often referred to as Buddhahood, and are central to anyone seeking to follow the karma path of Amoghasiddhi.
In his book, The Heart of the Buddha's Teaching, Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh explained the 10 perfections beautifully.
The 10 perfections provide us with the most wholesome ways to respond to any situation. They are the 10 kinds of virtuous action that lead us to the ultimate goal of full enlightenment.
Connecting with Amoghasiddhi is as simple as thinking of him, taking refuge, and praising his name or chanting his mantra. This connects you to the fearlessness and unfailing accomplishment of Amoghasiddhi. His Namo praise, usually chanted 3 times, 7 times, or 27 times, is
Namo Amoghasiddhi Buddhaya. Namo Amoghasiddhi Buddhaya. Namo Amoghasiddhi Buddhaya.
His mantra, usually chanted 3, 7, 21, 27, or 108 times, is
Om Amoghasiddhi Ahum. Om Amoghasiddhi Ahum. Om Amoghasiddhi Ahum.
Here we present a simple puja, or offering practice for Amoghasiddhi, which is a frontal visualization, not requiring empowerment. It is always best to receive instruction and transmission when possible. However, the wholesome practice or pujas of any of the 5 dhyani Buddhas does not require permission.
Start by taking refuge in the 3 jewels. This is followed by the bodhicitta intention, stated out loud, to benefit all sentient beings.
Visualize Amoghasiddhi alone or with a field of merit, or Amoghasiddhi with green tara, as you prefer. You imagine them in front of you.
It can help to have a picture or statue on a higher table or altar, higher than your seat, with offerings in front of the image. These can be offerings of water, incense, flowers, fruit, or any vegetarian offerings.
Since this is a Amoghasiddhi practice, the most important practices are called the 7 limbs of practice. This is in English for this presentation, except for refuge, which is in Sanskrit and English.
For the 7-limb practice, which includes offerings, confession, and dedication in Sanskrit, the best practice is Samantabhadra's King of Prayers, although here we have a very short 7-limb practice with the 4 immeasurables. See our linked video to the King of Prayers chanted in Sanskrit.
The puja says to start by visualizing the A syllable in front of you in the north. Even if you are facing west or south, you mentally visualize that you are facing north. The syllable and light is normally green, the color of activity and blending of all colors. First, we take refuge.
Namo Amoghasiddhi Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya Guruve. Namo Dharmaya Tayine. Namo Samghaya Mahate. Tribhyopi Satatam Namaha.
Homage to Amoghasiddhi Buddha. Homage to the Buddha, the teacher. Homage to the Dharma, the protector. homage to the great Sangha. To all of these I continually offer homage.
Next we state and imagine our 7 limbs of Amoghasiddhi practice. I go for refuge to Amoghasiddhi, the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the highest assembly.
I declare every non-virtuous act since beginningless time.
I rejoice in all virtues of holy and ordinary beings.
I will cultivate the bodhicitta to most effectively benefit all sentient beings.
Having generated the intention to take the Buddha's path, I will care for all sentient beings as my guests.
I offer flowers, incense, light, fragrances, food, music, and the like, both those actually arranged and those mentally imagined. Supreme Gathering, please accept them.
For the great Supreme Karma family, I shall uphold purely each of the vows I am endowed with, and make as many offerings as I am able.
I will practice the 10 perfections to overcome all obstacles and cultivate the bodhicitta.
I wish that all beings may have happiness and its causes.
May we never have suffering nor its causes.
May we constantly dwell in joy transcending sorrow.
May we dwell in equal love for both near and far.
Supreme Merit Field, please remain in samsara and turn the wheel of the Dharma of the greater and lesser vehicles to benefit all sentient beings.
Appearances and existence, all phenomena of samsara and nirvana are empty by nature. Realizing this, within that state of emptiness, I visualize a glowing, illuminated green syllable on a shining lotus throne.
Green light, the activity of all the Buddhas, emanates from the syllable, going out as an offering to all the enlightened beings. The light purifies the karma of all sentient beings in the universe, blessing them. The light's return and the syllable transforms into glorious Amoghasiddhi, green in color, seated upon a lotus and moon.
I see luminous Amoghasiddhi Buddha, the nature of light, peaceful and loving, the very essence of bodhicitta activity. He is seated in the lotus posture, with his right hand up in the gesture of fearlessness, the mudra of Abhaya. His left hand is on his lap in the gesture of meditative equipoise, and holding an upright Vishva Vajra, a double dorje, or a monk's bowl.
At his heart is the syllable, glowing green. From this syllable, once again, lights go out to all of the universe, first out to his green Pure Land, then to every Pure Land of every Buddha, and finally to all beings in samsara in every dimension and universe.
The sacred light of Amoghasiddhi's blessings is an offering to all the enlightened ones and blesses all beings of samsara. Finally, recite the mantra as much as you can while holding your visualization.
Om Amoghasiddhi Ahum. Om Amoghasiddhi Ahum. Om Amoghasiddhi Ahum.
Then, finish with a dedication of merit, because this is the karma family who are responsible for all bodhisattva activity benefiting all beings. The dedication of merit is the most important practice. It can be as simple as,
I dedicate the merit of this practice and offerings to the cause for enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings.
Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and like. We dedicate the merit of this presentation to the benefit of all sentient beings.